Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome to Real Talk Uncensored. I'm Kiki. Tone will be here very shortly, and we got PJ coming in today as one of our special guests. So, how y'all feeling? How's everybody doing? White man, happy Monday. Happy day after the Super Bowl. Did what happened yesterday, was that what you anticipated? Were you upset?
Oh, I was beyond upset.
Uh-oh.
Yep, see, I'm in New York all the time, too. Yeah,
was it what you expected, or were you shocked, or did you anticipate a different outcome?
Here's what I anticipated. I thought it was going to get a game.
Excuse me.
Didn't get that. But I did anticipated what I thought that the Buccaneers would do, their defense would do, which was if the Chiefs were a beatable team, and because I saw two games where against lesser teams, keep in mind, the Chargers and the Raiders,
kicked ass.
And the Raiders were able to beat them because if you find an opening and you take advantage of it. The Buccaneers and the Chiefs played before. So the thing is like all they had to do was change them. Bucs changed some things. Chiefs probably kept everything as normal. So that's how I feel. That's one element of how the Bucs won.
Look at the scheme. It looked the same. And they had no answer.
Oh, here's okay. Here. Let me, because I was going to mention this on my podcast. If you guys want to know, we're on Rip Radio Podcast Plus. So no filter sports.
Hey.
Here's the thing. Here's the elements. One, Bucs did change their defensive schemes. So that's one element. Two,
Bucs
not knowing this, and a lot of people didn't know this until the game time, the Chiefs had to change
schemes. I was talking about Kansas City when I said they didn't change.
No, they didn't change.
Okay.
They never changed. But the Buccaneers changed their defensive setups.
Yes.
The second thing was the Chiefs, not knowing this, they had a new offensive line. One of their tackles got hurt in the conference championship game. So they had to change everything. And that messed everything up for them.
Correct. Remember that. Correct.
Yes. So.
Paisan.
What's up?
My brother. What up, though?
What up, there?
Come on in.
I come give her some love. I'm running a little late. I'm sorry.
Hello, Paisan. Welcome, brother. Pull up.
What we talking about here?
Well, we was talking about that shitty.
Why is it shitty? Why is it shitty?
Because it's shitty.
He was saying,
here's the element. Like here,
KC did not change up their scheme, and he was just explaining why the outcome was what it was.
Yeah. So,
embarrassed.
No. Like I said it several times. It's like if the Chiefs give you an opening to beat them, you got to keep pounding, and that's what the Buccaneers did. But here's the other thing. Here's the other things that are going on. The offensive line for the Chiefs changed, and a lot of people didn't know about that. And then the one thing that a lot of people probably will think this is like an excuse, but I felt like, look, this was so blatant. The fucking referees. I'm sorry. There were calls that made no damn sense. It was like there were like several holding calls that the Chiefs had a chance to stop them. To stop the Buccaneers' offensive run, especially that last part of the first half, and get called for a holding call where I didn't even see a hold, and you have Tony Romo say, "Yeah, I saw that." And it's like, dude, you're a quarterback. Of course, you'll think you'll see a hold. I didn't see any holding. It was so good, but there was like three other calls like that, and but honestly, it was like I say, the main part was the Buccaneers saw that the Chiefs were beatable. And they did. And the thing is, they whooped their ass. Yes, they whooped their ass. And, of course, it's surprising that during these 2 years that Patrick Mahomes led this offense, this is the first time he never got a touchdown out of it.
I was surprised.
So is it fair to say?
Tom is the GOAT.
No.
Yes.
No. That's the other. Okay. Again, here's the thing.
Did you say no?
Is he by himself? Hold on. Hear me out. Is Tom Brady just a quarterback? Is he a quarterback, right?
He's a quarterback.
Okay.
Yes.
He's a quarterback. Is he a running back?
No.
Is he a tight end?
No.
Is he a defensive lineman?
No.
Is he a corner?
No.
And is he a quarter coach?
No.
Okay, then. Here's how I view this. This is a media thing of why you put him out as a GOAT. Hear me out, folks. So we can get past this. He does not play tennis. Tennis you play by yourself. He doesn't play golf unless he's on the off season. He's not by himself. He is he's called a GOAT because of the fact it's like, oh, he's the only quarterback to win 7 Super Bowls. Mind you, hold on. He's on a team. Keep that in mind. He didn't do this by himself. He's on a team. He's been on 7 different teams to win Super Bowls. That's where I'm kind of
respectfully. Hold on.
It's not the common denominator. It's
respectfully. Hold on. Respectfully. Shut the fuck up. Define what a GOAT is. You just said he's the only quarterback to win 7 Super Bowls.
He's been on 7 different teams.
His 7 different teams.
7. That's the only thing. Jordan, everyone keeps saying he's the GOAT because he's been on 6 different Chicago Bull teams to win those titles.
We have it.
He did not do this by himself.
Who else has done this?
He did not do this by himself.
Who else has done that? Whatever, because it means the talent is with you. It means that wherever you freaking go.
Before that, we had another person who won 5 Super Bowls, and it's like, is he considered a GOAT?
Yes.
Just because he's been on 5 different teams to win a Super Bowl.
Bruh. Okay, go ahead.
Yes.
DJ.
First of all those positions that you named is not more important than the quarterback. The quarterback is damn near the coach on the field. That is the most important position on the team. You notice a lot of teams in the NFL got a lot of talent on their team, but they got a shitty quarterback. They can't even sniff the playoffs. The quarterback is the number one team. Then you say that all the other individual sports, first of all, it should be harder to get to a championship because you got other people that can fuck up the situation. That dude is a leader. He has been on multiple championship teams. What else can he do? It's the ultimate team sport, but he can lead a team to a championship 10 times. He took 10 years he went to the Super Bowl and won, 7? Mm-hmm. As the quarterback. Then everybody, before he was the GOAT, everybody used to say, oh, it's Bill Belichick.
It's the system. It's the system.
Took another team that wasn't a playoff team and took them to the Super Bowl, and you're not going to give this man the credit?
No. Here's why. Here's why. Hold on. I heard.
You're a Ravens fan. Take Lamar off your team. Your team is straight garbage. They're not even a 5-win team.
How do you know that?
I know, because when
we had
playing, that was some shit.
We were in the Super Bowl like 8 years ago. And our name is always still in contention to be in the playoffs, even before Lamar was in there. Yes, it was.
Their name is
going through the Joe Flacco Bowls after the one Super Bowl. Y'all didn't even sniff it.
They gave him all that money after you went in.
And it fell flat on his face.
But we were still considered contenders.
Y'all was not considered contenders.
Yes, we were. Unlike your damn Cowboys who haven't been
sniffing. Not contenders.
And you have a quarterback. So again,
narrator change because
no, I'm not changing the narrative. You're not letting me explain the fact of Tom Brady. Why Tom Brady?
Go ahead. Because we didn't bring Cowboys up.
Here's what happened at the added factors of Tom Brady. So the Buccaneers end up getting Tom Brady. Then they somehow coax in to get Gronk out of the WWE. You try to mellow out Antonio Brown. So right there. Yeah, that's it.
So if Brady wasn't
hold on. What I'm saying is, if you didn't add Gronk and if you didn't add Antonio Brown, you just kept whatever the players you had back in 2019. Will the Buccaneers still be in the playoffs?
We don't know. Possibly.
Tom Brady.
They
wanted to play with a championship quarterback.
So ask his question then, because he did have a question behind that.
7-9 with Jameis Winston, who had a fucking 40 interceptions and 40 touchdowns.
Okay.
That was the key difference. That defense was still that defense.
Okay.
But Mike Evans was still there.
So his question was.
So my question is, without Gronk,
would they still?
Playoff team with Tom Brady last
they would have been in contention.
Because Brady has never thrown 40 interceptions.
Without Gronk and Brown.
20 interceptions. But if James Winston would have went 40 and 20 last year, that team would have been a good playoff team. He was the difference.
So listen,
again,
listen, because you're saying would. He's saying to you, do you think? Hear me, because I don't think you glossed over. He said, you can get this, Tone. You can get this. He said, listen, would that team? Do you think is what he said? Do you think that team would have still won the Super Bowl with the squad they had last year, minus Gronk and Antonio Brown? You never answered it because you explained something else, but you never answered that.
I said they would have been a deep playoff team.
That's what he did answer.
Every year,
team.
team add more players to get better to go to the championship. So if Jameis Winston was still there, they still would have got better players for next year. So, that's how the league works.
So yes, your answer is yes.
I said they will be a deep playoff team last year.
Did you? I'm trying to make sure.
Yes. So we're like I said. You said it's just a deep playoff team. You didn't say the Super Bowl champion. And again, as a quote unquote motivational leader that he is, whatever.
He is.
Whatever.
Everybody's crazy except you.
He's going to win.
Get some of this, Tom.
The coaches say that he's a motivator. He's the leader. The coach said, I don't even coach the offense. I let him run the offense.
And he hugged everybody.
All the team gravitates towards him, but everybody's crazy except you. Because everybody's wrong. They're blatantly tell you. Or everybody's saying he's the GOAT. He's the best player in the league. He's next to Jordan. But you're right. He sounds like a Raven. He sounds like a Raven Pittsburgh fan. A fan that got their ass whooped for years by the New England Patriots. Just if you don't like Tom Brady, just say you don't like Tom Brady.
My homie turned the TV off last night.
He's already said he doesn't like Tom Brady.
There we have it. That is the bottom line.
So come on, Tom.
He could get 2 more championships and he's still going to shit on Tom Brady.
At this point,
it sounds like a hater to me.
Okay, again, I said
it's
this to Kiki last
though.
week. I said to Kiki, I said this to Kiki and Tone last week. I said that I feel sorry for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers once Tom Brady's contract is up or whenever he decides to retire, because basically this team is just set up to win now and then leave. And I felt
they're not leaving though.
They're gonna stay.
They're gonna stay.
You don't build from this. You really don't.
They're winning for their building. They're playing for now. They're going to play again for next year. And next year, I see them doing it again.
But I don't see nothing wrong with it. Like I was saying last week, it's a business. I don't see nothing wrong with
business.
If the Ravens can win the next 2 Super Bowls for the next 2 years,
y'all stack y'all team,
and then y'all take 8 years off, you can win 2 Super Bowls 2 years in a row, the next 2 years, and then y'all take an 8-year hiatus. Would you take that?
Win 2 now.
To win 2 now and win 8. To win the year after that.
I don't agree. No.
You would not take 2 Super Bowls for an 8-year layoff.
Back to back.
Here's how I feel.
Pittsburgh,
especially for the Ravens. Let's say, as for the Ravens, our main objective is to be contenders from here on out. And in addition to, if we are and get either closer and closer, or better yet,
but you just said your goal is to be contenders.
Not
but the goal is to win the Super Bowl.
No.
That's the
true. Hear me out. Again, hear me out.
Okay.
Yes, the goal is to win the Super Bowl, but also to be consistent contenders. I don't want to be just trying to win for now, and then wait 8 years until another shot. That's what happened with the Buccaneers. They felt like, let's win now, and then once this is done, then we'll see what happens after the fact. No, because you're not prepared or building up for yourself down in the near future. Because because the main thing is you're not prepared enough to get someone to replace Tom Brady, and if your coach, they pulled him out of retirement just to do this, and then he's probably thinking about retirement maybe in another 2 years. So again, not thinking about that. So again, if you're not prepared for your future,
draft a quarterback.
Your current president will be nice and happy. Have your happy field day.
They have all their draft picks.
If you ask me this question, I would take the fucking 2 Super Bowl champions back, two years back to back, and say I'm built for the last 8 years. And it's coming from a Washington fan. I'm going to take the 2 Super Bowls. If Tom wanted to come to Washington and play, I'm all with that shit. Give me my 2 Super Bowl rings.
Eagles fans are happy with that 1 Super Bowl right now.
Exactly. You took a Super Bowl, you know what I mean? And the Eagles are some shit. They're some shit. But they got the Super Bowl. They got what mattered out of it.
And that's all you hear from them.
That's all you're going to ever hear right now is we won the Super Bowl.
I wish I could say it.
That's all you hear from them.
I wish I could say it.
You know what I mean? So in reality speaking, would you take the 2 Super Bowls right now?
I would.
And build up again?
Hell yeah.
I want
Hell
that
yeah.
bragging rights for 2 years.
I need that.
You know what
I need it.
That's what, oh God.
Sorry.
Let's carry on. Gary, go.
Sorry, white man.
That's what,
Okay, Valentine's Day is coming up.
Oh yeah, yeah. What you got planned?
It's Valentine's.
Is it dildo-ish?
I'm gonna love on myself.
Is it dildo-ish? Is it
Look, hell no.
Is it real dildo?
Hell no.
Hell no. Okay.
Look, hell no.
Okay. All right. Look. The Pied Piper. Remember the Pied Piper.
Listen,
All right.
I am opening up my box, my Pandora's box.
Okay, I was just making sure it was.
I'm just hitting with the side eye like, what? Wait a minute.
Valentine's Day will be what it be, and if I am your Valentine, I will know. If you want me to be yours, you have to say it.
If a nigga take you out, you take a nigga out, you gonna clap his cheeks after?
I probably not.
Okay.
Probably not going to. But listen, I'm glad that you asked that.
Okay.
Do you have to clap cheeks on Valentine's Day?
Nah,
Not really. It's not a necessary.
fucking day is overrated.
You know what I mean? Look, it's to me. I've always said Valentine's Day is just like what Miss Coleman is overrated.
Bruh, if you do
it's
not-
one day these niggas is going all out, and you raggedy ass women want this man to go out this one day and go. What's so special about your pussy that day than is any other
Oh
day?
my God! You know what? I'm so glad that we're discussing this.
Come on now.
Because I think the men, y'all have it all fucked up.
How we
you
all
have it
fucked
all
up?
fucked up.
What do you mean we got
women?
fucked up?
Women want this one day. I mean, because it's on the calendar. I don't care who. I don't care if it's paganistic. I don't care if it's
Okay.
geared towards the vendors and the people in the stores. I don't care
Okay.
that it's geared towards that. You got one day on the calendar that people will recognize. And you was a kid, your mama gave them little hearts. You took them to school. You gave them cars. You bought into it then. Why get grown and then not want to buy into it because you think that it's just for me? Valentine's Day is for us. That's what a mixed up. It's for us. If you my man, it's for me and you.
But I have a question. What
I'm gonna
happens if
suck and fuck on you. You're gonna suck and fuck on me. I'm gonna make you the shit that you like to eat. Not do it anyway.
Why the
But
fuck
today,
can't you do it on fucking July 13th?
You know what? And if you want it in our household to be July 13th, my God, we doing it July 13th too. But today on the calendar, as I'm looking up and down social media, I'm not a yeller. As I'm looking up and down social media and I see everybody doing their thing, we're gonna do it too. We gonna do it too.
So you're a follower. You just
I'm not a
wanna follow
follower.
everybody else
I'm not a
instead of being
follower.
original and being-
I just ain't gonna miss this day. It's on the calendar, bro. I ain't missing this day.
It's just
and
another fucking day.
I ain't gonna let you.
It'll be Sunday, February 14th. It's
So was your
just another
birthday.
day.
So was your birthday. Another day.
And I've always said that.
And so is Christmas for real.
Exactly.
And so is every
So
other
is your
every
holiday.
holiday. Because don't get old and crotchety and want to rip holidays and shit off the calendar because you tired of it. No.
I'll be more happy if it was a day off. But actually, it is a day off for me. But if it was like a
Yes.
national
So
holiday,
guess
it was
what?
a day off,
Clap
I'd be
these
all right with
cheeks.
it.
But
Clap these cheeks.
I'm clapping cheeks every day.
Well, my question to you is, what
And
happens if
that
your
day.
nigga don't do shit throughout the year, and all of a sudden he want to do it up on Valentine's Day? Would that make you feel like some shit?
There's a difference. I don't know.
But that-
No.
but that-
If he's still my guy, listen, I must be okay with it.
Okay.
You ain't say my ex dude. You said my nigga right now. I must be cool with it.
But you know what though? You know what day I think is overrated?
What?
I think Thanksgiving is overrated, but I still celebrate it. So Valentine's Day, I could think it's overrated and still give
Make
you
your
what you
joint
want.
happy. Make your joint happy.
I still
Period.
think it's overrated.
So,
but
you know what?
But we would make the best of it.
Receive these gifts.
I think
Come out them draws.
I think Valentine's Day is
So
for
you
really
just
for the
take
people that need to shoot.
Come
that
out
try to
them
shoot their
draws.
shot.
I think that's what that day is for.
It
Here's what other
benefits
thing-
Where's the
those people
positivity
alive.
from y'all?
Hold on.
Joseph
Why
and
is
Mary.
it the Valentine's Day everybody want to propose to get married on that fucking day?
I don't like that.
Because it's a day of
That
love.
shit
It's
is some-
romantic.
That is not romantic.
You know
That
what's
is like-
gay? You know what's gay and unromantic?
What?
No, I did not mean to say that on here. Do you know what is unromantic to me? When you propose on my birthday, you propose on another, like those holidays. I think that is
Why?
ridiculous. Don't propose to me on Christmas.
I want our own day.
Don't propose to me on New Year's.
I only want Valentine's Day.
I get it, but I'm not. I didn't do it on
Now
Valentine's.
Valentine's Day is a day of love. See, I'm from Michigan. We have Sweetest Day
It's
too.
not,
We have
It's
Sweetest Day.
not. If you really do your research, it's not. Saint Valentine was not a Valentine. It wasn't about love. It was about murders.
And guess what? You how long did you know that? And if your wife right now, don't
Okay.
try, don't explain to me what y'all arrangements
I
y'all
gotta talk
got.
about that,
Don't
too.
you can, but don't explain to me your arrangements. You know what you know. And your wife at home is making this big deal out of Valentine's Day. Are you gonna shit on those thoughts, or are you just gonna roll with it because happy spouse, happy house?
Happy spouse, happy house. But
Okay,
we
then.
want to go. But
The
we
fuck?
foodies, so we going to dinner. We're gonna find a nice fucking restaurant. We're gonna go to dinner. It's no big
On
deal.
Valentine's
You know what I mean?
Day.
Because that's what she wants to do.
Period.
Because that's what she wants to do. But we already had to talk. We talked about it. We can stay home and have dinner. What the fuck is the difference? I can stay at home and we can cook a big dinner at home. It's just
You do that anyway.
Yeah, exactly. So
you agreeing with me then? Your folks want to do what you gonna do it.
If to keep her happy,
And all the while in the back of that cute little head of yours, you know St. Valentine's Day was not a day of love. You know this.
But that's the difference because that's my wife. There's the difference there. I'll do anything for her because that's my wife. Now, if it was just some shawty that I'm fucking with, yo, you got to get in when you fit in. If
I don't have no husband, but any man that is going to be mine, I ain't trying to hear that shit. You're not going to tell me you ain't going to do it for me now until we get married. Fuck you. Hey, check this out. I found this, and this online. You either get it or you don't. But I'm telling you, you're going to get all this smoke.
Wait. So you going and making a whole list of presents that you want.
Maybe not. If you my nigga, I don't really gotta make a list because you paying attention to me anyway. Like I'm paying attention to you. You would come in there and find that goofy shit. You know what?
Your bills.
Don't we live here? Don't we live? Don't we?
Paid the rent. I paid the bills.
You supposed to. You supposed to. You supposed to. You signed up. You signed up for that. You subscribed to that when you got in here and started moving your shit in here. So guess what? That rent gonna be paid. These bills gonna be fucking paid. And I'm gonna get this shit on this list or prepare for this smoke.
Damn, you see what the problem Valentine's Day brings to
prepare for this smoke.
What smoke? Wait, I gotta be smoke because I didn't get everything on your list.
No, I didn't say everything. You said nothing. If you get me nothing on Valentine's Day, prepare for this smoke, my nigga.
So hold on. Take this one single red rose in a card and have a nice day.
Thank you. It's thoughtful.
All right, then that's it.
It's thoughtful.
I can do that. I can respect that. But some of these women,
because you're still buying into the day. You're still buying it, and you know what? And you're compromising. And you're compromising with me, even though you don't want to.
I'm buying into the day. I'm buying into you.
Whatever.
I'm buying into your interest.
On this day.
You can love
on this day.
Love June 23rd. It could be a sentimental moment to you. Then guess what? I'm gonna invest in you, and I'm gonna make sure June 23rd is our holiday.
That's it. That's all.
Whatever you invest into, then I'm gonna invest into. Fuck the day, because guess what?
Don't say fuck the day because you just say June 23rd.
Let me finish. Because I could be by myself, and I could be like, all right, well, it's Valentine's Day. It's just another day, or I could be dating or whatever, and I'm not committed to nobody or I'm not with no one. If Valentine's Day don't mean shit to me and I'm not invested in somebody, then I'm not going to respect the day.
Listen,
I'm investing in you.
But there's a contradiction in your statement, sir. You said you're not going to buy into the day. You said June 23rd. That's a day, and if you buy into it, then that's our holiday. And guess what?
June 23rd.
I don't care what you call it because if you don't call it a cup, guess what?
You're not listening to me though.
If you don't call it a cup, is it still not one?
If that's your favorite cup, then I'm investing in that cup. It's not just a regular cup.
So what? I can make any of these my cup.
Okay, I'm invested in you, right?
And it's still a cup.
Fuck the day. I'm invested in you.
And it's still a cup.
You're not a yeller.
I'm not.
Do we have a call?
Please somebody call in 301-232-5700. Please. Because I think that men, I don't like that you guys always try to rip something. You try to tear away something or diminish something because it's a woman's day. It's not a woman's day. It's our day.
We're not ripping and diminishing.
Why is it just a woman's day though? That's a reason why a lot of men
I just said it's not. And you're right here.
You're not a yeller.
I'm not.
You're not a yeller.
I just said it's not a woman's day. I said it's our day. I said that 3 times. Did I say that?
But you're making it seem like it's a woman's day.
I'm saying that you guys are making it seem like it's a woman's day because you don't want to buy into it. It's for women. I see the change. I'm 30 years old. I'm 30 years old, and I've been seeing the swerve. I see the change in it. How people used to buy into when I was younger. How when I was a teenager, they used to send shit to my class, right?
I'm trying to get the skins.
Whatever the reason.
We wasn't doing no work. I'm buying anything that's gonna stop us from doing work in school. Some real talk.
Shit.
That's why I ain't give a fuck about Valentine's Day at school.
I just want someone uninterrupted cuddle time on Valentine's Day. That's Tasha. Don't do that on Valentine's Day. I don't like that. Is this the first time or a repeat? Preach, Mr. Coleman. I just want.
So Valentine's Day, right? And the way you making it seem is like, because I heard you saying, I wanted to touch on this because she said, we want this, this, and this. And if you don't get this and this and this, you got to get all the smoke. Please explain that to me. Help me explain that. It sounds like you just said, this is my list.
She's saying she just wants something.
No, okay. Listen, I'm saying no. That was an example. But I'm saying if you come up on Valentine's Day, knowing that I invest in it, knowing that I am subscribed to it, and you my man, and you come in here with nothing, prepare to get this smoke. That's what I said. That's what I meant.
And so the smart thing for him to be is to be invested in what you invested in. I've been with somebody that is a female that said, fuck Valentine's Day. Guess what we did? It was just a regular day. She was a female.
I hope she was.
She was a female. She didn't believe in it. She was like, fuck that. If you don't use one day.
That's her. That's her.
Right. So guess what? She wasn't invested in the day. Mm-hmm. We didn't invest in the day.
But if you were invested in the day, if you were invested in the day and she was not, how would that work?
It would be a problem. But you're not letting me finish my statement, because what I said was, if you're invested into it like you say you are, for me, I'm going to do whatever that is you are invested to. That's why I said the June 23rd day. Yeah. June 23rd could be any type of day. You could have got your first job there. Could have been an anniversary or something. That's your day, right? You're invested into that day. If you my woman, you my girl, I'm invested in what you invested into. It's not the day. It's what you invested into.
No. Listen. I heard it the first time he said it. And guess what? I even understood it. So I'm just saying that you guys are making, I said February 14th, and I'm glad that I did, for a reason. He's saying June 23rd, whatever day.
So can I
but
ask
I'm saying if I'm invested, if I'm invested in it, then if you want to be, if you my man, I'm invested in it, I think that we should be. If not, let's talk about it, and then I might have to make other plans if it's that important to me.
Okay, so my brother Gabe
yes,
said,
hey Gabe.
So what is the other 364 days in the year mean?
Everything too. Everything, and it depends on your relationship.
Somebody said you playing lobby music in the background.
It's always some music playing. You hear it?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, Tone and Gabe. Whatever your relationship calls for with those 360 something days, like whatever you want to do in your relationship, that's what you do.
Okay,
I'm put, like, to me it is important, but do you gotta do all this extra shit for me? No, because that's what I'm a birthday person, and I celebrate my birthday for 1 month. And any man that gets with me,
take notes. Listen to this carefully.
Any man that gets with me understands my shit is a big fucking deal to me. Okay. And guess what? If you be with me and you feel like, you know what, fuck your birthday, grand opening, grand closing.
But 9 times out of 10, I'll probably be a person that say I don't really give a shit about birthdays, but I'm aware that you give a shit about your birthday. So I'm gonna make sure it's a big deal when it comes around for you.
But a whole month though.
Some people. I'm not telling you to subscribe to my whole month, but just be patient. Be patient to me. If I want to go out every weekend and I'm doing shit other than I normally do all week, that's my shit. I'm not telling you to subscribe to everything I subscribe to, but I'm gonna need you to understand some things. And if for real, and there's some people out here who is not gonna be like him and say, "Oh, she's into it, I am not." The people for real who stand firm on their toes and be like, "Look, fuck Valentine's Day and fuck anybody who care about it." There's people who do not feel like he feel. They don't want to give you shit because Valentine's Day is paganistic. It is for the consumers. I mean, the people who before my
wife, I was that dude and would stand around and be like, fuck these days. I don't give a fuck about all that shit. I don't care about what it is. Okay, I'm happy for you. It's your birthday. Happy birthday. That's what you're gonna get from me. Happy birthday. All that extra shit, nah. You know what I mean? Like, yo, that was one of the reasons why my last relationship didn't really work. You know what I mean? Because Christmas time came. Merry Christmas. You ain't give me nothing. Nah, nigga. You know what I mean? Valentine's Day comes. Nah, nigga. You know what I mean? It was me because I didn't believe in that shit. I just didn't want to do it. You know what I mean? To me, it was just another day. So like holidays and Christmas and Thanksgiving, those was overtime days and double time days. I'm going to work. You're not going to spend a day with me? No, I'm going to work. I'm going to get that money.
Well, anybody in my life has to understand I work night shift. And anytime, and for the last 20 years I've been working where I work, my holiday is the day before. So guess what? If I have to work New Year, I'm working New Year's Eve. You know what I'm saying? Because New Year's Eve is my holiday. Christmas Eve is my holiday. So my children had to make adjustments, and so did my family. You know what we did sometimes? We did Christmas the day after. We did Thanksgiving the day before. We did whatever we had to do so we could be together because it is a day. Okay. And because of my special circumstances, we brought it to the holiday. We just changed the situation so everybody could feel how they had to feel because that was my job.
Okay, so Let me switch gears right now. So, what do you call a respectable Valentine's Day gift?
Whatever you think that I would enjoy.
Because now I say that because you have certain females that will look at you and be like, have these fucking crazy ass lists of things that they want. You know
I think I want, like, to me, if you because I'm a sound contradictory and I want to. So the list that I was saying was things that I've been wanting all year, right? Okay. And I think, or things I might have mentioned to you all year. If you paying attention to me, sometime during one of these times, I don't care if it's one of the 364, Gabe, and not a holiday, I'm gonna need something, because for real, I pay attention to you, and I will make sure that the things that I notice that you want, right? But those days that are special like that, whatever comes from my love, whatever my love makes you want to get me, I want it, and I will respect it, and I'll cherish it. I don't care if you wrote a heart on a piece of paper and said, "Will you go with me?" Because I think that's corny and cute.
Okay.
I fuck with that.
I can see you getting down on that. I can see you getting down on
and
that.
I will put it in a frame, and I tell everybody the story about it.
Okay. So, like, for like, me and my wife are at a stage like, yo, when these days come and we buy each other gifts or whatever the case may be, we're not exchanging it on the day. When it comes in, it's for you, this, that, and the third. So she bought me a traveling humidor and all that nice shit for my cigars and shit. And that was nice. Now, I got her some XYZ shit I'm not going to say because I didn't give it to her yet, but she's going to get it. But it's nothing, I didn't break the bank. But I'm just, some of these women out here expect a man to go above and beyond for Valentine's Day. And if he don't, you know what I mean, he's less than a man. You know what I mean? And all she can bring to the table is some raggedy ass pussy.
I hope
pussy,
not.
Ladies,
I
is
hope
not
not
a fucking gift. I don't give a fuck what you say to me. Pussy is not a gift for Valentine's Day.
Unless it's from a prostitute.
There you go. And she's
You know what, though? I just had a thought, right?
What?
Sometimes, like, I don't have young children anymore, but I do realize that my daughter is going to be having a baby in about 4 or 5 months. That those are going to be the holidays. They're going to be saying, "Mommy, can you babysit for me?" You know what I'm saying? So I think that the Valentine's Day time, those people for real acknowledge that day because it's a day off from family, from kids, from whatever. So I don't think that everything is about a gift or everything is about the whatever the idea of Valentine's Day is. It is the day to have an example or have a babysitter because everybody subscribed to that day.
Okay, so hold on. So this is what Gabe said.
What Gabe say?
Gabe said, okay, I get it. It's important to you, so your man will make it a special. But the biggest things men have an issue with is we feel obligated. You know what I mean? About a day that we don't care about. And on top of Valentine's is a day with geared towards the female woman tend to fall in the trap of not doing things to make they man happy, rather it be a V-Day or any other day.
That's common.
Here comes white man. Here comes, look, I see the gas and remote. Go ahead. You got something you want to say?
Ladies first. Ladies first.
No.
Ladies first. I'm being respectful.
No. You see, look, I crossed my sweater so I can sit back because I want to hear what you know. I'm going to love this answer. Come on, white man.
All right. Honestly, I really think it's kind of sad that
already.
It is sad that we've gotten to the point where men thinks that Valentine's Day is not for us. It's something where we have to dish out X amount of dollars, and we think somehow it got to the point where it's another work day in a sense in the relationship. I think that's sad. I really think so because of the fact that I feel like, you know, it's supposed to be 50-50. You know, supposed to be.
I like that. Yes.
But I just think that somehow, somewhere, at some point in time, you can blame media, you can blame society in general, the fact that it's like it is, you know, the woman, you know, this is the woman's day and all that stuff, but based off of what? I never saw that. I feel like, look, I'm doing something for you. This is supposed to be a day of love and, you know, romance and all that stuff. And I want to express that. unfortunately, it became another, like, it's like the third Christmas in a sense. And I think for a lot of people, and especially I think for guys, I think for someone like Tone, it feels just like, look, I can't handle this anymore. This is like, I'm not dishing out all this shit just to get some ass. I ain't doing it.
Exactly.
I get it. I understand it.
Because niggas is doing it.
Yeah, and the sad thing is if for a woman, it's just, unfortunately, there are women out there who feels like, where is my gift? Where is not just flowers? They're looking for diamond ring, a mink coat. They want to,
and if it ain't one of those, oh my God,
Yeah.
Where did
they
those,
want all the smoke.
Where did those expectations come from? Let's go
That's
there.
the thing. That's that. I don't know where it came from.
It ain't just come from Valentine's Day. No, I'm gonna tag on. Let me finish my statement first. It didn't come from the expectation came from social media, from watching other people get engaged, watching other people receive these things, or a woman upcharging their value and not having a conversation with the man. Because I had a live about that too.
How can you upcharge your value and you ain't worth but 2 cents?
But she doesn't know that. She doesn't know that, and she got your $800 ass, so she feels like she's the worth that you are is the worth that she is.
She's just a cumbag. I mean,
Most people,
what the fuck else you want?
most people, Tone. If I get with you and you got money, what Biggie say? More money, more problems. People expect bigger things from you when your salary cap is a little higher. You know what I'm saying? When your salary's a little higher, like if I get what a McDonald's do, right?
Okay.
Sure, you can write me a note. No, this ain't me. This ain't me. I'm
following you.
But if I get with you, Tony, you making over $100K, don't come up in here with no motherfucking card.
Why the fuck not?
It's not me. I'm telling you, that's the thought process. And the same thing for men to women. If you meet your woman outside and she got a whole Bentley out front, you know what I'm saying, and she working here, and you telling everybody where she working, you go back and tell PJ, my girl bought me some Jordans. What? It will be that thought. I don't have it, but it's that thought. Women and
PJ.
Men.
No, finish.
I want to get to PJ.
Women and men.
Go on, women and men.
Women and men tend to raise their value depending on who they're with when it comes to gifts. When it comes to they pat in your pocket.
But you can't pat my pocket.
They do.
You know what I mean? Because I'm not patting your motherfucking McDonald's ass pocket. If I love you, I love you. But it ain't because of what I make. It ain't going to equate to your gift that you're going to get. You know what I mean? You may be a chick that I'm just screwing with. You know what I mean? And you're nothing. And now, you know what I mean? You're lucky if you get that rose. Because you might get that $2 card and the day old candy, the cheap candy. You know what I mean?
You gonna wait till tomorrow?
Man, I want to get, who we talking to?
We got a call.
Hello?
Yo,
who this? Oh, that's what up, Gabe?
Turn up some white man.
That's my brother from another mother. Congratulations, and deepest condolences to you and your family, sir.
Oh wow.
From the show, sir.
All right, Gabe, what's on your mind, brother?
I got tired of typing.
Okay.
I want to read your stuff too, but go ahead.
You know me.
Yep.
I don't talk a lot, but when I speak, a lot of people don't like what I got to say because it's usually the truth.
I'm going to sit back on this one.
I just got one question for you, Kiki. Actually, I can put this on the table for anybody to answer. Those in the comments as well. Since we're specifically speaking in regards to Valentine's Day, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
How many women in your life walking this earth have you seen purchase a gift for a man in line at the grocery store, send him roses? Hell, she can send him a fucking pizza to his job. How many times have you seen that?
I've seen that a
How
lot.
many
From my group of friends, a lot. From us, a lot.
When you say us,
I'm speaking to
when you say
myself,
us,
and because you're asking me how many people in my life. My mom was a gift giver. My aunts were. My sisters were because of my mom, and my friends are. And I don't know if it's I don't know if it's because we hang around each other. All of us are gift givers. We buy men gifts just because.
No.
I am very thoughtful, and especially that was your question, right?
In regards to
Valentine's Day. Oh, my folks, my friends, they break the fucking bank. Right? We've been in conversation about Valentine's Day since January. Yes, that's how they going.
Okay.
So, as a collective group, just your group, that's what you've seen, correct?
I've seen outside of. Did you want an exact number? Did you want?
I mean,
No. I'm not looking for an exact number, but I can tell you your voice inflection changed when you said your collective group versus your friends, your mother versus people that you've seen outside your group.
Well, those
So
are people that I hang with because I don't think that I don't observe people doing whatever if they not close to me. I don't take it into notice if one of my coworkers is buying shit because we don't talk.
okay, I see what you're saying.
Right. But you'll notice if it's something that's out of the ordinary.
I would notice it.
That's
No.
my point.
Okay. Go
So
ahead.
that's exactly why I'm calling, because that's my point. Because you would notice things that are out of the ordinary because we're creatures of habit. So if you see a woman buying something for a man specifically on Valentine's Day, that's not normal.
I've seen that. But you were saying to me, okay, let me go back and clear up so I don't sound stupid. The question that I understood you to ask me was how many people did I know or that I seen buy men gifts for whatever. And I'm just telling you, like, it's probably more than I'm willing to name. But the people who I am not close with or friends with, I don't take notice of what people are doing. And if they did it, they didn't talk to me because we ain't cool. You know what I'm saying? I just know that my circle, we speak about that a lot. You know what I'm saying? And we are those people I could tell you without even thinking twice that a lot of women that I know, I should put it that way, do for their man on that day.
Right. Okay, so I can understand that point of view. But speaking from a male's perspective,
Okay.
I can assure you it's not a holiday, a made-up holiday, for lack of a better term, that we don't get excited about. Hell, 90% of the men that I know, we don't even get excited for our damn birthday because all we know we're going to get is a damn tie and maybe a T-bone steak.
Yeah.
And we good. At the end of the day, you know what we want? We want y'all to leave us the fuck alone. We want a good damn leave us the fuck alone. And that's just keeping it all the way funky. You know what I'm saying? We're like, yo, I want to come home. I don't want to hear no shit. As long as the bills is paid and the lights is on, we good.
Yeah.
We don't get excited for our birthday because we not used to that. We have been trained not to be used to that. But you do have some, I will say you do have some women out there, there are few and far between, that are some real ones that are actually do what they're supposed to do to keep their man happy. And what I say by keep them happy is being more than offering some damn pussy.
What's your sign, Gabe? Gabe.
I'm a Capricorn.
I know you was.
Do that make you happy on the rip.
But I have a question. I have a question.
Thank you for Gabe.
Gabe could chime in on this because I think I thought this way he was going with it, but
He dropped off.
he dropped off. Okay, well, respect to you and your group of your friends. You have a circle of friends that are some good females, but
Absolutely.
if you have a shitload of guys that's saying they don't get shit for Valentine's Day, I'm sorry, your experience with you and your
Thank you.
friends is not the norm to the
That's what I was
majority
thinking.
of the men that's out there. So that's why majority of the men out here doesn't really get up for this holiday
They just
because
don't
they
give a
get
fuck about it.
shitted on. I'm envious of the guys that y'all date or
Yeah.
dealt with on Valentine's Day because they're getting what comes from the heart. Because with me, I mean, my best Valentine's Day was I got a letter written from the corner to the other corner about how she felt about me, about the first time we met, everything. I wrote her a poem, recited it on audio, gave it back to her. That was our best Valentine's Day, and we both went out to watch spoken word poetry. That was our Valentine's Day, and we both shared that. That was my favorite thing. I don't get into the material shit. But there are a lot of females that if they don't get a new purse, they don't get.
Speak on that.
If they don't get something that they can show off, and you touched on this, if they don't get something they can show off on social media or to their friends, they feel like their value is low, and that their man don't think they gauge their love of their man to the value of the materialistic
He a
thing.
low budget nigga. He this, he that.
It's a
because he
lot of
didn't do that.
females that's out there, unfortunately, like that.
Thank
And
you,
I've came
Gabe.
across
Thanks
some.
for your comments.
Gabe.
Go
Thanks,
somewhere,
Gabe.
but don't go nowhere.
Yo, so Kiki, like that, and for your group of friends and your group, yeah, y'all are dope. I'm fortunate enough to have a woman that thinks like that, and I've been around some women that think like that. You know what I mean? Now I've also been around the women that, like he said, if you didn't do this for them or you didn't do that for them, you was an ain't shit ass nigga. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get a nigga better than you. Well, then, bitch, get the fuck on there. And after years of that, it made me feel like, well, fuck these bitches, man. I don't care. No, that was my opinion, but I also have my own reasons why. holidays are just another day to me.
Well, I'm not knocking those because if you have reasons, those are your reasons, and we have to respect that. But I'm speaking of if I'm in a relationship with you and you tell me your reasons for not doing whatever or not celebrating these holidays, if I moved to get you something on that day, I'm going to do it. You don't have to subscribe to it or fall into it. You don't have to even take it. But I'm thoughtful enough to say this day made me feel this way about you. And for real, sometimes we need holidays to help us do that. Some people don't get no love all year round, and the day of love, like white man said, the romantic day and the day of love, it tends to do something and evoke a spirit in a person, and they do something nice for you. And guess what?
Why the fuck are you with a person that all year round, this nigga's not doing nothing for you? You feel like crap, and this one day is going to make up for all the rest of the days of the year that he was just like shitty?
I can't answer that. I can't answer that because some people's love language is not gifts. They don't need a fucking gift. No, but I'm just saying there's people who don't care that you give them a gift or not. And apparently as y'all as men, you don't care that you don't get a gift on Valentine's Day. So women, we understand that too. You don't care, but if today's the day you care, give it to me. Because you know what? If it's coming from you and I didn't have to encourage you to do it, I'm probably going to get a good goddamn gift. And I'll just be waiting another 364 days before the day come around again because I do love you. For real. And fuck that gift shit. I ain't her, but there are women out here who probably feel that way.
I mean, do we know anybody? Is anybody online right now that feels that way? Please call in. You know what I mean?
301-232-5700. White man.
What's up, white man?
Like I said, I just really think it's gotten to like everyone said, it's like when we were in elementary school and we just handed out the cards, either handmade or something we bought from whatever grocery store. That's what it was supposed to be about. It's about friendship or extensive friendship, and especially if the girl that you like or the guy you like and all that stuff. As we become adults, I don't know where the materialistic thing came from. I mean, I understand it's like I said, it just feels like it's like, when did this become an extended version of Christmas? I don't know. You don't know, but then again, it seems like I really think the younger generation, more and more, as the newer generation comes about, it becomes more materialistic,
more commercial. It's just everything is about what you have and what you can give, and then if you don't, they feel like trash. But you know what? That is a conversation between the two people in that relationship. Right. Okay, the expectation comes from somewhere, and it can't
speaking
be.
On expectations, Ms. Ball says those expectations can come from family. She was like, I grew up thinking that every gifting holiday I was supposed to get a diamond. Why? Because I saw my grandfather do that for my grandmother every birthday, Valentine's Day, Christmas, etc. It can be how a person is raised, and it can set expectations.
That's what I'm saying. You got to find out where the expectations come from, because I'm going to tell you something too, and this is off that subject, but as it relates to a time frame, right? Society can make you think if you're not married by a certain age, you ain't shit. Society can make you think if you ain't bought a house by a certain age, you ain't shit. Society can make you think if you had not someone's parent by a certain age, ain't shit. So those expectations, it is heavy on you, but it's up to you to break that. There's a conversation.
To you whether you want to own those expectations, man, or you want to let them expectations control your life and make you feel some type of way.
My mother left this earth and I don't have a husband. I feel horrible. My father let me off the hook. He was like, man, who told you this?
I'm sitting here thinking that. Why would you
because I have 10 sisters. Well, two of my sisters passed away, but I had 10 sisters, right? Okay. And I was the only one beside my younger brother who was 19 who was not married. And so I put that on my own shoulders.
Okay.
It didn't. She didn't.
You say you've done shit like that too?
Have you?
Yeah. I've wished that my father could see me with me being a father and being with a whole family and being married. Like, he didn't have the opportunity to see that from his only son.
But at that point in time in your life, were you ready, or was that something that you were trying to do? You know what I mean? Like,
he just lost his dad.
I know. And what I'm saying is, 5 years ago, was that your mentality to say, hey, let me get married and let's have some kids? Were you thinking about that? I was
open to. I was looking for love. Like, I was looking for the one. You know what I'm saying? I can have my fun here and then. Yeah. We all single, but I mean, my ultimate goal was that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I see where you at now.
I just bought into it not through the encouragement of my mother, but I bought into it because my sisters knew was saying this. I had a baby at 16. For real, I was the first one, the youngest one out of most of them to have a baby that early, and I never even wanted kids. So for real, they looked at me like, okay, so when is this man coming? Then I had baby number 2. Okay, when is his husband coming? And for real, and I've been single for a while now.
Okay.
And to this day, they're all like waiting for me, you know what I'm saying, to do something. So I kind of let myself off the hook because my dad was like, man, fuck that shit. He said, you do things in your own time. He started naming people. And my father is 74, but he got a 19-year-old brother.
Okay.
So he told me, he was like, ain't no ages around here. And these is numbers. Like, you do shit on your own time. And he let me off the hook because I carried that for a while that my mom wasn't able to see me.
But even though that, respectfully, even though that your mom and your dad isn't here, when that time comes, don't you feel like they're there with you in spirit, or they're watching down on you and watching what you're doing
I do
moving forward?
feel that. But
you know what I mean? So until you find that person that's for you, then
I ain't gonna even hold you. I was trying to make relationships because I was trying to hurry up. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't know the day or the hour, so I didn't know that she was gonna pass so early. But there's times that to make my mother happy, because that was my job on this earth, to make my mama proud of me, right? Sure. And I don't know where I thought that being married would be one of those things that would check on her list. I was making relationships that weren't going that way. I was trying to make them go that way. I was trying to be more and trying to appeal more and trying to have marriage.
Because of society? Because that's what, or your family was pushing you to have those type of thoughts?
All three. All of them.
I was a rebellion, nigga.
All of them.
Damn it. I married once before, and that was just, you know what I mean? And I married for the wrong goddamn reason, listening to some stupid ass shit, and then went and did it and was miserable from the jump street until the damn shit ended. Miserable. It was not for me.
And that's the reason why I started rethinking the whole marriage thing. Like, damn, I don't want to change my last name and have this fool, and I don't really want to change up my my status for nothing. Like, I thought about that.
Question.
What's that?
I got a question, because you're speaking of this marriage thing and you don't want to get married. So, you know what I mean? And here was my thing.
Then.
Back then, this was my thinking.
Okay.
I didn't want to get married because, in the beginning when you first meet somebody, this shit is on, it's cracking, it's popping, it's fresh. Y'all niggas can't get enough of each other. But then when you finally get married, that shit just plummets and goes downhill. And the shit is not nowhere near what it used to be. I mean, maybe me, I've always wanted to be the one to keep that same type of energy. Let's keep that same energy throughout the relationship. You know what I mean? And when the shit just, when you get married, like my first marriage, it was cracking, and all of a sudden, and I was like, the fuck happened? Like, nigga, in the beginning, you was wearing, it was sexy shit, and then it went to fucking grandma panties, and like, nigga, what the fuck? What the fuck?
So,
what up?
This is what I envision when you say that, right? You know how they used to be in school, and they had the rope, you had to climb to the rope and ring the bell. Marriage is that bell. You get up there, you ring the bell, you can drop down, it's like, I see people that way. So listen, my relationship, I've never been married, been single my whole time. It's my whole 30 years, been single. I lived with someone for 13 years.
Okay.
Because I have 2. I'm a bird, whatever y'all want to call it, a pigeon. I got 2 baby fathers. So one of the fathers of my children, I lived with him for 13 years. And I know this is what I noticed, which is why I'm so apprehensive about living with somebody else again, right? I'm a person, I like to excite. I am a firecracker in the bed. I'm a firecracker as your woman. Okay. I'm a firecracker when me and you step out this door. I'm going to do my best to make sure that I represent you represent me, right? Okay. But I noticed that when this nigga was living and sleeping in the bed with me, he was watching everything that I was doing, and nothing was a surprise. I was like, bruh, let's go outside. Like, just leave for a while. I'm going to get dressed. He was like, nah, why? What you about to wear, that thing you had on last week? And everything became familiar. He's like, bruh, I seen them already. And everything that I was doing, there seemed to be a comment about. So I started doing less of that. I was like, fuck it. If nothing I do is satisfactory to you now that you're living with me, why do anything?
Okay.
So I felt like from now on, if me and you deal with each other, you stay over there because I'm going to get dressed at home. I'm going to come over here and blow the doors off your ass, and I'm going back home.
What up, Joey? Yo, Gabe said once you get married, they give you the side booty in bed.
Take it.
Yo, and you know what's funny about that? Because that's what happened. It was just a side booty. Like, yo, go ahead and get some. Nigga, I don't even want it. I'm going to go to the bathroom. I'm more excited. I'm going to watch some fucking Pornhub and beat my dick and make it more exciting for me.
We going to have to live together. I'm sorry.
I gotta live together before
I will
we get
live
married.
together
I gotta
with
live
you
together
if
'cause I gotta marry you.
if we are going towards something dope, and I will live together. But as your girlfriend, I ain't living with you.
Nah, for me to even move in with you, I already potentially have marriage on my
You
mind.
have already
have
gave
to
me
have
a ring.
marriage.
You
You
already
already-
gave me a ring.
I
Like you already.
already thought of you as my wife.
Exactly. That's to move
It
in
just
to
didn't happen
cohabitate
yet.
with a person. You know what I mean? It takes a lot.
Yeah, so that wasn't the case. We lived together all those years, but I was young. I did some young shit.
But you
I was
put
a
in
whole
13
wife.
But here's the thing:
I
for
had y'all
13
was
years,
roommates.
right? For 13 years, well, you essentially was roommates, but for 13 years, you know what I mean? That's a long time to cohabitate with somebody.
It is.
You know what I mean? And being in a relationship. You know, when did you feel like this man was never going to propose to you?
He did. I just said no because we was unequally yoked. Like you are proposing to me to lock me down, right? So I can stop going to school and stop doing this shit so you can have reign over my life. That's why he proposed to me. He didn't propose to me. I'm not saying he didn't love me.
it was out of love
I'm not
because,
saying
yeah.
for those who know him that he didn't love me and that he really didn't want to marry me, but the things that to me that was supposed to be progressive weren't. We weren't progressive. We was look, sex has started to drop because for real, I don't trust you no more. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna get into that.
Okay, well, now
but sex started to be less and less. Like the and the whatever for us as a family, it wasn't exciting. We had 2 kids in our house. Like, and I'm cooking every night. I was cooking, going to school, and working. I was doing all of this shit and servicing your stupid ass. So for real, the excitement wasn't there. You was more excited to run outside. You was more excited to be outside. You was more outside to sit in front of the TV and do this. So to me, this ain't family shit. I could do this across town by myself. So we had to end that. He went and found what he wanted to find. Congratulations to you and your family. Yes. And I moved on.
Oh, man, my face got hot.
Look.
Remember when the Terminator shot his face out? Just checking
Yo,
if it's still
melted
there.
away. That looks good kill, boy. Listen.
I wish you many more.
I'm just saying. Wow. Woo, boy, what'd you do?
But I had it all wrong. I was young, and I'm thinking like for real. And that society pressure started hitting me. Like, I finally found somebody that I done tricked or talked into wanting to be with me long term. Bet, let's move in. Why you still crazy? Before you realize I ain't shit, right?
Okay.
I got in there, and then I started to make it what I thought it was supposed to be. My mother was my mother, and she was an example. She had a whole marriage too. You know what I'm saying? And she was my example of how I wanted to run my household, and I tried to do that hobby. I tried to do that homemaker shit and all that, and I tried to do it in my way because I did have to make adjustments. But he wasn't ready. He wanted the comfort of having somebody cook. He wanted the comfort of that, but did not want to give anything outside of that. Did not go back to school. Did not do this. Didn't want to put no work in. Just wanted to come home and fuck and drive a car.
No.
And live on my credit.
So,
Congratulations on your family.
Yeah, your joint melted again. Look, melted some more shit over there.
I got a little bit of shade on my microphone.
Look, you gotta wipe that shit off. You gotta wipe that shit off. Look. So I know this. We leading off topic right now, but this is God. I want to ask this question, but
Come on.
okay. So when you grew up, like you was talking about, you watched like your parents be married and stuff like that, and the things that you watched growing up in your family. Is that a part of you now? Is that who you are today? You know what I mean? Because of what if you saw growing up? Because I know for me, what I saw growing up, it became part of me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like my mom, she had 2 kids, and she got married with a dude, and the dude stepped in and raised kids that weren't his own. And then essentially that became me because I ended up raising kids that weren't my own. You know what I mean? From what I seen, and I seen other my friends and stuff like that. I ain't raising nobody else's kid, but this is what I saw in my household growing up. I saw a man. And does that emulate? Do you emulate some of the things that you saw in your households growing up?
Some of it, because everything wasn't positive. Everything didn't work, and I had a very objective and subjective eye. And I seen what, as a person who I am, what she did that wouldn't work for me, or what they did that just wouldn't work for me. So pieces, yes, and for real, I kind of when I took in that negative shit, I just put that under shit I ain't doing, shit I ain't taking. That ain't gonna work. So yeah,
I saw certain negative things that I was like, yo, this turned me against it. And was like, you ain't a man for doing that. You know what I mean? So like, for me, I watched my mom get her ass whooped when I was a little kid. And you know what I mean? I watched her be abused like that, and coming up. And then it got to the point where my stepdad now, in the beginning, he was like that. And so he thought I was crazy because he came out the bathroom one day and putting his hands on my mom, and I put a knife in his throat and was like, nigga, I'll kill you. But I, as a man growing up,
you couldn't do that.
I can't
repeat that.
respect a dude that puts his hands on a woman.
You could never repeat that.
Huh?
You could never repeat that behavior.
Nah, fuck that. I don't give a damn how mad I get or how angry you get me. If me putting my hand, it doesn't equal me putting my hands on that woman.
Ever?
No, never.
Okay.
Can't do it.
And your sons and your son know that.
Fuck me, he knows that, but he's never saw that. See, my son never saw that.
But I'm saying, is that something that you reiterate because you did see it?
Because it doesn't matter how mad you get. You know what I mean? Like if a dude gets you mad, that's one thing. But a female, I don't give a damn what you say. You can't hit her. But you know what I mean? Those are things that you got to be. You teach. You know what I mean? And this wasn't taught to me, but I just didn't like what I saw because I watched my mother and I felt helpless. Like I can't even protect my own mom. You know what I mean? So
I think we all have like 3 different perspectives of that question.
What's your?
Because my household, my mother and my father, they've been together since I was born.
Okay.
I know shit. I'm not naive now, but as a kid, shit was perfect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, even to this day, I believe it was perfect enough. You know what I'm saying? He was always there for her. He showed, the household how the father was supposed to be. My mother showed what her mother was supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? So coming up with those expectations, I do look for that. I do want that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But it could be a gift and a curse too, because sometimes in my eyes, it can be too perfect in my eyes. And I be wanting that, and then all of a sudden I realize, like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get what I want, and I want what my parents have. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
So it could be a gift and a curse. You know what I'm saying? But
gotta make
it's funny
some
hearing all of
adjustments.
our stories.
You just got to make some adjustments with that because a lot of those 50 and 40 and 30, even 30-year-old relationships, they ain't viable no more. Like you can't really see people who've been together that long. Like I think my generation's parents who have those 50, I seen a lot of those, but not like it used to be.
It's hard.
It's hard to see.
I mean, society has definitely changed, and you're not going to see those type of relationships.
Is it fair for you to have your expectations of your mother on me as your wife, though?
Ooh.
Is that fair?
I know that you're not gonna be my mother.
Exactly.
I just want the same love and stability as my parents. But as far as you're not gonna be my mother,
I'm not asking that.
What are you asking?
I asked you the way I want you to answer it. Is it fair for you to put the expectations, because you said that your mother to you was perfect. That stuff was perfect, right? And that's what you look for. So if you tell me that, my interpretation is that you want me to kind of move along with her. So is it unfair or fair that you have those expectations from your mother to me? Not to be your mother.
No, but even when you say
the love that she showed your dad, you want that love. So is it fair or unfair for you to put those expectations on me? You can answer that too. You understand what I'm saying, right, Tom?
I'm not going to put it on you. I'm going to seek for it. If you can't provide that, then it's not going to work.
I'm going to move on.
And
so the answer is yes then.
You're not my mother. I don't want you to be my mother. You can't be my mother. But there's certain qualities and things that I would require.
Yeah, if they show me what love is.
So can there be adjustments in that then? Like, can there be an adjustment in the way? Because my dad, I had to make adjustments in my dad. I want my dad's hard working ethics. I want him to be whatever, and I want a mean motherfucker in my life. Okay. But my daddy was mean, and he was thorough, and he meant what he said, and he did what he said. Yes, he was definitely an alpha, and I want that in my life, right? But I can make adjustments because I believe that there are beta men or those middle men who have the same work ethics and the same those ethics that my dad have. So I wouldn't expect you to be him. I would like those qualities that he had in you. Some of them.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? That's what I'm bringing back around.
I think.
Huh?
I think we're saying the same thing, kind of.
I think that's exactly what we're getting at right now. That we're all saying the same thing, like because if the question you asked us was if you met a woman and this woman and she has to be, in other words, she has to be like your mom.
No, the expectations that because he was saying that he had this vision of his family, and that's what he wants. I'm just going by what he was saying, right? Yeah. Which posed the question. But he was saying he had this vision of what family is, and that's what he wants he thinks that can make him happy. But I was just saying, like, but is it fair if you put those expectations on the woman? And then he said he wants that, and if he doesn't get it, he got to move on. Which is essentially the question I was asking. Because to me, my answer, I'm going to answer my own question. I think I just did, is if I have you to want you to be like Clyde Grant, I would take those qualities you have, and if you don't, I would make adjustments because I love you. I wouldn't roll just because.
But when I say expectations, see, when I was trying to explain it, I don't think you picked up on it. I don't want those qualities. I'm not worried about that. When I say my mother and my father, I'm talking about stability, a long-term relationship. We're both together. We're fighting through thick and thin. And we eventually getting married. You know what I'm saying? We're having a family. These are goals that should be damn near everybody on everybody's plate. If you can't reach those goals, or you feel like I gotta adjust different, you can't reach that level, then I don't think you should be the one that's thinking about getting in a relationship. Because I'm not expecting you to have her, her work habit or, be able to cook like her. No, I just want you to have the expectation of love, of being together to fight through thick and thin. Like we're as one. That's the stuff that I get from my parents. I don't want, those qualities of my mother. My mother's already here. You know what I'm saying? She's good. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't need those certain type of qualities.
Specifics.
I wasn't gonna say it.
I'm a specific.
But I don't need you to have those certain qualities because I already have a woman in my life that does that. I just want the idea of a relationship. What they had, that's what I'm expecting.
Yeah, in other words, what you're saying is I don't want to be in a relationship with my mother.
No, I get that.
Yeah.
What you did is what I was trying to get him to do, to go into that thing that he said, because it was a broad statement to say I want what they had. Yeah. So when I asked him that, he broke down. No. That's what I wanted him to do.
Oh, okay.
That's what I was trying to get him to do.
I don't want what my mother had. I don't want that. I don't want none of this, what she had. I want my own, and I have my own vision of what I want, and I have that now, and I'm okay with that.
I think I spoke about this one time. I don't know if it was on here or live or whatever, right? The biggest problem that I have a problem with people accepting me. That is, I don't really have honestly, and what I'm getting ready to say is going to sound very immature, right? Like I don't really have a vision of what, this and that's supposed to look like, because I go by our chemistry. If me and you got chemistry and we fucking with each other and we moving, like, bruh, I'm looking forward for whatever this life bring, because me and you is doing what we doing. You know what I'm saying?
You said you don't understand why guys don't get you. Didn't you say that?
I'm not done. I was saying, so right now, me being who I am, a lot of people want to change me. They look and they don't like the fact I ride bikes. They don't like the fact that I post these pictures. They don't like whatever. And that's why I don't have no man. So I'm saying the point, that's my problem with me trying to find someone who accepts exactly that. Today I might be blonde, tomorrow I might not be. Today I may have on makeup, tomorrow I may not. Everything I wear is tight because I don't like.
Words,
you know what I'm saying? Just take that shit.
They're dating multiple women in one.
They dating me, and I feel like soon as we become serious, they start telling me what they don't like. You know what? I don't really be fucking with how
that's not the person, that's not the person.
You know what I'm saying? This bike shit. Of course it's not.
For me, I refuse to accept that. You know what I mean? You have to accept me for who I am and how I am.
I don't brush my teeth to the afternoon.
I'm not going to change me for
when I'm at home. I don't brush my teeth to noon because I gag and throw up all morning when I do early. So for real, whoever I'm with gotta know that shit. Yeah, if I gotta go to work, don't trip. Don't trip. I brush my teeth. I gag and my mascara be running, my lashes be hanging off. I would do that for the sake of that. But most of the time, there's things about me that is just me. And if for real, if you don't like it and I explain my reasons to you and you still can't change.
But if if you explain that to somebody, right, and the person loves you for you, they really love you for you, they're going to accept you for who you are.
Some people don't ask for explanation. They just don't like it.
Okay, how long were your parents together before your dad passed? How long were they together?
Shit, I'm 30.
Over 30 years.
I'm 25. I mean.
You got to cover your mouth when you tell them
look. So we're saying, let's say they were together before you were 30 plus years, right? 30 plus years, they accepted each other for who they were. And then in turn, they grew. You have to grow along the way. Mm-hmm. You have to grow along the way.
Tolerated your motherfucking ass.
I don't think it's tolerated.
I tolerate. It was two Capricorns in the house, so it was a lot of tolerating.
It was some tolerating.
Okay,
I tolerate you. Yes. I don't know how the fuck his parents.
Apart.
I don't know how his parents made it.
I'm in a house with she's on a.
I love y'all, but I got to run.
Virgo and a Libra.
Sorry for my disruptive.
Oh, she's September?
Hold on.
Yeah,
Sorry for my
23rd.
disruptive exit, but I gotta go. I love you. I love you, white man. I'll holler at y'all, but I'm listening.
All right, baby.
Have a successful night.
Yes,
at
be
work.
safe out there.
Be safe.
But yeah, I mean, I just feel like that's just bugged out to me because she accepted me for who I was, right, and I accepted her for who she was. But in the process, we both had to grow. You know what I mean? And you have to make it work.
Okay, now it's man talk. As a man,
let's talk about it.
In this relationship, what was the hardest thing for you to adjust as a man when you start finding these flaws? Some things we all tolerate, right?
Yeah.
What was what did you do to help yourself get to overlook those flaws and realize that she's the one? Was it just her being the one?
For one, it was her being the one, but it wasn't. She had flaws just as well as I had flaws. But communication was key. You know what I mean? And we had to communicate with each other. You know what I mean? And that was important. Then on top of that my shrink was, you know what I mean? I got an amazing shrink. So, that was another thing. But some of the things that I saw that I personally didn't agree with, I had to look at her because that's the person I love. You know what I mean? I'm in love with this person. So now I can overlook some things, or I can say, hey, this bothers me, but it's okay, I'm not tripping. And like now, there's certain things that I know I got some quirks and some flaws that get on her goddamn nerves.
Right.
And she got some things, but now I just be like, yeah, whatever, it don't even bother me. It's cool, I love it. So
it's the big
bother me.
picture. So you pretty much, I think a lot of times it's the big picture that makes us work towards looking past that or working to make better of that.
Exactly. And the main thing for me was the communication part. That was because, a lot of us, we don't like to communicate, whether it be, and
we don't
want to communicate. And ladies, it be y'all too sometimes that don't want to communicate. And that's where the problem is. And then I had to learn, and I learned from my last relationship to move to this one. I was able to look at all the mistakes and flaws that I had in that relationship, and I was like, yo, am I going to carry this over again? Because I keep doing the same thing over and over again, and I keep getting the same results. But I want different. So I had to change.
You did some self-evaluation.
Exactly. You have to. And for me, I had to. And I had to change some of the things, some of my thinking, some of the way I did things, because I used to think it was all about me. Well, fuck it. I don't give a fuck about what the fuck you got going on. It's about what I got going on and what I want to do. And not me. That was me being selfish. It was all about me. And I never took account to their feelings.
And I think us as men, when we go through that, a lot of times we always point the finger. She never wanted to do this. She changed up on it. And we never look at the reasons why they changed up. You know
exactly.
And it usually through a lot of failed relationships, we can, even if it's like the breaking point could be her fault. Like I've been in a relationship where I'm 5 years, you can say about 6 years. You know what I'm saying? And the breaking point was not my fault. But I had to do something and for years, I'd be like, man, fuck that bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And then I realized, once I started getting into other relationships and started doing some self-evaluation, I realized that I could have done some things better as well.
But you see, a lot of guys are not thinking that. And women too. A lot of people, I'm going to say people in general, aren't having those type of thoughts where they sit back and they look at it. No matter what you say, it's always their fault. It's always their fault. It's what they did. It's never what you did.
Right.
You know what I mean? And my ex, she's like that. It's everybody else's fault but hers. Never, you just didn't do that. It doesn't matter what you did. No, because I did it because they did X, Y, Z. You know what I mean? And to me that was I didn't want to bring that into this relationship. That type of stinking thinking right there.
So that's self-inflicting trauma.
Yeah, and you know what I mean? You're doing this, and so I decided to cut that part out and change that and say, okay, now was it easy? No, fuck no. That shit is not easy. You know what I mean? It takes time. You know what I mean? Okay, it takes time, and I worked on it a little bit at a time, and we still working on it right now between her and I, because we both had to do that, and we worked on it, and we had to we learning to communicate better with each other. You know, for me, it's like if I wasn't feeling something or something was bothering me, I'm gonna shut down. I'm not gonna talk to you. I'm gonna walk around the house and be like, I don't give a fuck. You walk in the room, I walk out the room. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I do shit like that. Oh, it's time to go to bed. I'll sleep downstairs. You sleep upstairs. I don't give a fuck because I'm not gonna deal with it. But I had to learn to be different. You know what I mean? And that's not the way to go about it. You got to communicate. Now, if I change myself and you're not willing to change yourself, then the relationship's not gonna work.
That's definitely a problem.
That's not gonna deal with it.
Y'all, we always a work in progress, but goddamn it, if your progress bar stands still and mine is moving forward, then
there's no point. Then I got to move on. So I mean, but that's a problem with a lot of people out here now. A lot of people, some guys or some women are on this level, and you meet this guy and he's here and you're there. You know what I mean? And y'all not finding a way to be looking at each other on the same level. You know what I mean? And it's just not going to work. The relationships will not work unless both parties aren't working together.
Okay. Well, it looked like we pressing up on the time. We want to do a final thought before we leave out here on the show.
You can go, Mr. Coleman. You can go first, man.
I mean, my thought, overall on the show is we definitely talked about the Valentine's Day. Me personally, I'm going to invest in what you're going to invest in. If we together, I'm going to invest what you invest in. I hope we have enough respect. If you think something is important, I'm going to think it's important. Just like if you don't feel something and I think something is important, you should be on the same boat. It should be equal, 50-50 both ways. Yeah. It should be a support thing. And stay away from all the materialistic shit. Trying to keep up with the Jones, you will never, ever catch up with them. Do what's going to make you happy. If a card's going to make you smile, accept the card. You don't have to get the damn shoes and all that shit. Yeah, accept the card. Yeah. Do what you both feel that you think is necessary, and that's about it. You know what I'm saying? So
I agree with that. I mean, I've learned to do that, and I've learned to be more open. And if this is what makes her happy because this is what she wants, and this is the woman I love, or this is the person you love, and it makes him happy, man, just do it. You know what I mean? It keeps them happy. You win in the long run. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean always that you got to spend top dollar and do all this. Sometimes it be the small things that be the biggest things in the world. For me, I'm a small person. I like the small things. You can't go out and be like, I done bought you a car. I don't give a fuck about that. You know what I mean? But you can go out and buy me this motherfucking little fucking $2 lighter so I can smoke a cigar. That's big to me. It's just little things. You know what I mean? And you got to be open-minded, man. You definitely got to be open-minded.
Indeed.
Look, I didn't get to talk about this earlier. I'm going to put my wife, and she's going to kill me for this. I'm going to put her ass in a goddamn bubble. Always breaking something. So yesterday, she's bringing the load of laundry downstairs, and she slips down 2-3 stairs, breaks her foot.
Oh, that's why she got the
fuck yeah! She breaks so look. This is, mind you, this is early in the afternoon. She slides down. She's screaming. I pick her up off the floor, get in a chair. Babe, let's go to patient first. Find out what the fuck is going on. No. Babe, let's go to patient first and find out you can't stand on the foot. You can't get up. You can't walk around. Let's go get this. No. Okay. We'll wait till the morning. Why? Because I just don't want to do this. Middle of the motherfucking Super Bowl.
No.
In the middle of the motherfucking Super Bowl. Babe, let's go to patient first and get this checked out. The fuck? The fuck were you thinking? Yo, so I took sugar. She does have a broken foot. Babe, I'm on my way home. I'll come take care of you. Why y'all do that shit, man? There's a live coming out behind that shit because I need to know why the fuck y'all do that shit, man.
Jesus.
Yo, we real talk uncensored, man. Kiki is gone. I got Mr. Coleman. I'm Tone. Man, see y'all next week. Peace. Right. God damn it, boy. Hell yeah. I'm sitting there, middle of the Super Bowl.